It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. A long day without you, my friend.
Good morning, Santa Margarita, and welcome to this special edition of Eagle TV 2.0. I'm Mike.
And I'm Claire. Today we are dedicating the entire show to Veterans Day and all of the veterans that have served in the military and those who are currently serving.
First things first, here are the announcements. Be the Change Club is having a meeting Tuesday, November 14th in C101 at 8 a.m. We will discuss upcoming events. Any questions, please contact Sophie Getz or Miss Adame.
For anyone interested in trying out for the boys' JV tennis team that missed the meeting in October, there will be a brief meeting in room G301 at 2:15 p.m.
Attention all students. Please check your email at some point today for an important message from EdTech regarding a new software installed on your computers. We need every student to create their account by clicking on the link in the email. If you have any issues, please stop by the Tech Service Center.
And finally, if you're interested in participating in or learning more about the wrestling program at SMCHS, please stop by the wrestling room in the R building on the second floor on Monday during your lunch period. Coach will be there during both lunches discussing this dynamic program.
Veterans Day is a special day that we all enjoy, but do all of you know how it got started? Well, let's find out.
Veterans Day is something that all of us know today as one of our national holidays. For most of us, though, we view it as a day off from school or work, but it is much more than that. Veterans Day originated as Armistice Day on November 11, 1919, the first anniversary of the end of World War I. Congress passed a resolution in 1926 for an annual observance, and November 11th became a national holiday beginning in 1938. Unlike Memorial Day, Veterans Day pays tribute to all American veterans, living or dead, but especially gives thanks to living veterans who served their country honorably during war or peacetime. Veterans Day occurs on November 11th every year in the United States. In 1954, President Dwight D. Eisenhower officially changed the name of the holiday from Armistice Day to Veterans Day. In 1968, the Uniform Holidays Bill was passed by Congress, which moved the celebration of Veterans Day to the fourth Monday in October. The law went into effect in 1971, but in 1975, President Gerald Ford returned Veterans Day to November 11th due to the important historical significance of the date. The military men and women who serve and protect the U.S. come from all walks of life. They are parents, children, grandparents, friends, neighbors, and co-workers, and are an important part of their communities. We thank all of you for your service to this great country. God bless you, God bless your families, God bless America, and happy Veterans Day.
Thank you for that very important history lesson. And now, live in the studio with two of our very own veterans of the Santa Margarita faculty, here's Ryan.
Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Marks, and I'm here with two special guests, Mr. Donahue and Mr. DeFries. So first off, what branch of the military did you serve in?
I served in the United States Army, 5th of the 14th, 25th Infantry Division in Schofield Barracks, Hawaii.
Wow, that's very impressive. And how long were you in the service?
I was only in for 3 years, but it was 3 awesome years. I would not trade it for anything. So,
Awesome. It's very special. And Mr. DeFries, what branch of the military did you serve in?
United States Marine Corps.
And how long were you in service?
5 days short of 37 years.
Oh my goodness, that's longer than I've been alive, and many more years. That is very, very unique. Thank you very much for that. And to both of you guys, what was your inspiration for joining the service?
My great-grandfather served in the Civil War. My grandfather served in the war. My father served in World War II. And, growing up, it was always, playing Army men and all that, and cowboys and Indians. Just, it was naturally in my blood to want to serve our country. And I have so much respect for those who served before me. And I always played a lot of sports, and being in the military was a natural fit to being in that environment. And preserving our freedom. So.
I mean, those are all very great reasons. And Mr. DeFries, what was your inspiration for joining the service?
Well, my older brother was in World War II. All of our ancestry before that fought for the Confederates, so I had to make a break. I was from a small farm town, and it was patriotic during Korea. Everyone went to the Marine Corps, or in fact, mostly all went to the Marine Corps from where I live. I have 9 from my family. Most of my kids and grandkids are all serving in the Marine Corps.
Well, I'm glad that both of you guys have a very long tradition with the service. And my last question for both of you is there anything special that you do on Veterans Day?
Well, I wear my tie. I try to wear it every Veterans Day. Sometimes it gets a little shuffled behind the others, but I also like to pay respect to those who served and died for our country and those who have been seriously injured. And I like to pray also for those who are out there serving currently. I know some people and family and friends who are serving and putting their lives on the line every day, and so I like to just give honor to them every day. So.
Well, I mean, thank you very much for praying over them, because there are millions of people who are putting their lives out there every day, which is very grateful for all of us. And for you, Mr. DeFries, is there anything special that you do on Veterans Day?
Well, I usually end up, one of my grandkids, I get invited to go to their schools and sit in, so that takes place just about every year. And I recognize my email stays flooded for 2 or 3 days from the hundreds of Marines that I know, and many of their wives that they've passed, and so we correspond back and forth quite readily. So we keep an eye on each other. The Marine Corps is very small, so it's easy to do.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. DeFries and Mr. Donahue, for all of your great and wise words. So now we're going to hit it back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Ryan, and thank you, Mr. DeFries and Mr. Donahue, for your service.
And before we go, a quick birthday shout out to Tanner Bailey, Emma Hugh, Emma Smith, Marissa Gabrielon, and Michael Ventura.
That's going to do it for us here in the studio. I'm Mike.
And I'm Claire. Have a great day, Eagles. Don't forget to come out and support our football team as they take on Moretta Valley and the cross-country team as well.
Happy Veterans Day, everyone.